guys, welcome back to Say It With Your Chest.
Episode 17.
Crazy.
Okay. So, first things first is
What is first?
what was first again?
I don't know. I think today
our Wicked recap is first.
This is something we wanted to do last episode, but we ran out of time. And I feel like the Wicked movie actually deserves its own spotlight.
Yeah, it needs its own time for sure.
Because I feel like we need to start off with the fact that I feel like we're initially always haters of everything. So we just assumed that the Wicked movie was going to be really overrated and annoying.
But it actually wasn't.
It was actually amazing.
Yeah.
And it turns out we're just like every other bitch.
I know, but I need part 2 now.
Right.
I want to go see it again.
I would see it again.
I don't know why. I'm just I need to live through it again.
That's one of my friends actually said she hasn't seen it, so I was like, I would go see it again because I just feel like it's one of those movies that you actually do need to see twice. So
because there's so much.
It's so much, and you need to all the little details of it is what makes it really good.
Yeah.
What did you think of Ariana?
I thought she did really good. I didn't even think it was just her. I didn't think it was Ariana Grande just playing Ariana Grande
she's not
dressed
really,
as Glinda, you know?
Well, she's not really Ariana Grande anymore. That's what I kept thinking.
True.
Throughout the whole movie is that I'm a little concerned for this girl, but she did amazing. I thought she was amazing in it, and I was a little concerned for her personally.
Wait, also, sorry, it's a side note from that, but did you see that the original Glinda and Alpha were in it?
Yeah.
Christina Chenoweth.
Wait, what the fuck?
Idina Menzel.
Oh, God.
That's who it was, right?
I apologize. So he's talking about Kristen Chenoweth.
Oh, what did I say? Christina Chenoweth?
Something. Kristen Chenoweth and Idina Menzel.
That girl I got right.
Yeah. It was crazy that they were in it. I thought that they were gonna have, since they were on all the red carpets and stuff, I assumed that they were gonna have a little cameo moment or whatever, because I saw them on Broadway, so I was like, oh my god. Yeah, I thought they were gonna have a little cameo moment, but the fact that they actually got a whole song, whole it was cool to see them go over to Cynthia and Ariana have their own little moment together. I was like, this is
when they
really
came
cool.
on obviously I didn't know who they were when I saw them, but I was like, they look so familiar. I was like, who the fuck are those people?
Yeah.
And then afterwards I saw it on TikTok and I was like, oh my god, this makes so much sense.
But it was an audible gasp in the theater when I went, because they kept it so under wraps. They hit it really well that no one knew that was gonna happen. It was kind of you wouldn't know this, but in the last Spider-Man movie, when they had all the past Spider-Mans come, they were a huge part of the movie, and no one really knew until the movie came out. Everyone was like, oh my god. It was kind of that same feeling.
Yeah.
And it was really, really cool. A really good moment. And
I like the crossover.
Yeah, they said it was a really emotional moment for them, because I feel
what wasn't
when you think of Wicked, that's who you think of.
Yeah. 100%.
And apparently, I didn't know this, but Kristen Chenoweth said that she has known Ariana Grande since she was 11 or something.
I saw that.
And that she came to the backstage area when she was playing Glinda. Yeah. And I was like, oh my god, that's really cool.
Yeah, that was super cool, and all of it was just so good. The songs are stuck in my head.
Are you a Jonathan Bailey girl? I feel like no.
Wait, is he fucking Fiero? Yeah. I was gonna say Ferrando. Fiero?
Yeah, he's the internet's boyfriend
do I think
right
he's
now.
Hot, are you asking?
Well, I'm just saying he's the internet's boyfriend right now. Everyone's obsessed with him. I was obsessed with him in Bridgerton, but
yeah.
You didn't know that he was in that?
I knew he looked familiar, but again, I was like, wait a second.
We literally watched that.
Also, SpongeBob is in it. Right?
Yeah. What did you think, though? Oh my god, this is crazy.
Okay, I was like,
they met on the set
of Wicked?
Yeah, what do you mean? She like broke up with her husband and he broke up with his wife and they met
Wait,
on the
whoa,
set of
whoa,
Wicked.
whoa.
That's where it all stemmed from. Oh my god, you didn't know that?
No, I thought they met from something else, like theater kid thing.
No, they started dating like after meeting on the set of Wicked. That little
Oh
twerp.
my god. Yeah, I didn't know it was him either until after I saw it on TikTok. And then I was like, what?
Wait, what do you mean? Like you didn't know it was him?
In the movie. I was just like, who's this ugly guy?
Like you didn't know he was in the movie?
No, I had no idea.
So you just thought he was just a random
Ugly guy.
This is
yeah.
all have to do with like the Wicked like lore. Is that
No, I literally had no idea until right now. Well, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So he is in the movie. They met on the set of Wicked, and that's where everything started.
That is fucking mind blowing.
Right. That's crazy.
No, that actually is crazy.
Okay, well, the more you know.
Holy shit. Sorry, my mind is like blown right now, guys.
But he is really, really ugly. Hideous, man.
Wait, it's funny she had to pretend to not like him.
I know, it is funny because she's like trying to like let him down easy. Yeah. Well, he's a nerd. And he's also awful. Like fucking his character. Yeah, in the movie. We'll try to do like a spoiler free.
Oh, yeah. We won't say, but
yeah, he's just like a god. Yeah. And you know who also sucks?
Who?
The fucking sister.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone
hates that girl.
I know, but I am so pissed off at Nessa Rose that I was like, I didn't hate her that much when I saw the musical, but in this movie, I was like, holy crap.
I feel like in the musical, she didn't like play as big of a role as she did in the movie.
It was just more subtle of like, whatever, like just kind of indifference. But like, if my sister was getting bullied like that and you were just like, I don't know her. I don't know that girl. That is crazy. And
it's fucked.
Yeah. So I'm glad a house gets fucking dropped on her. That's kind of a spoiler.
I know. It's like, no, that's not a spoiler. You can't even say that's a spoiler. But yeah, it's fucking crazy. But also, okay, this happened to me when I saw the musical and the movie, even though I saw the movie after I saw the musical. But at both points when they're like saying how like they don't want the animals to talk and that whole thing, I'm always like, why? Like I always get so confused and don't understand that part for some reason.
Well, okay. If you actually want to know, because like I feel like Wicked is trying to do like a commentary on like, you know,
like fascism or something.
Well, I'm trying to think of like, you know, like they're trying to think of like
propaganda.
Like propaganda, yes, but also like social classes and like
okay.
Saying how certain people shouldn't have a voice and like just in this magical realm.
It's animals.
But in, you know, it could equate
translates.
To yeah.
Right.
So it's just a big commentary on like social classes and probably race and a bunch of stuff. So
it did confuse me both times though. Like when I was in the movie theater, I was like, I know.
Well, I actually think that
I'm still confused.
I think that it's explained a lot better in the movie than it is in the play. I just got it a lot more of like what the like problem was of like why everyone hates Elphaba at the end of this part 1, because I wasn't like really getting like why they thought she was so evil.
Yeah.
Like how like the public perception like changed so fast. Like obviously they all thought she was like evil because she was just green.
Yeah.
But now like I get how the animals like fit into it and like why she's
because the monkeys.
Well, the monkeys and also how like the wizard is actually on the side of silencing the animals and her professor is like behind that. No, like the one who teaches her sorcery. Like they're all behind silencing the animals and like taking them out of Oz. So I didn't really get that. I mean, I was also like probably 13 when I saw the musical, so brain wasn't fully developed there. But I got it a lot more watching the movie.
Yeah,
of the whole situation behind that.
Yeah, like I get it. I just don't think it's like executed very well. in either one. You know, I'm just like, wait, why is this really happening? Like, yeah. I get it, but at the same time, I'm just like, I feel like we need another piece of the puzzle.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's just as simple as, like, they just hate these fucking animals.
Yeah.
And Alphaba is for the animals.
Yeah,
so she's really actually the good one. Do you know what I didn't get the first time around? Was people are going to be like, what is wrong with you?
Okay.
But I thought it was really cool because I saw this TikTok clip saying, like, you know, in the beginning when they sang No One Mourns the Wicked?
Yeah. That song is fucking stuck in my head.
So good. But, like, Glinda is, like, singing about herself during that opening scene, and she sees herself as wicked, as, like, for turning on her friend.
Yeah.
So she's, like, saying that she's going to die alone. Because she doesn't have her friend anymore, so No One Mourns the Wicked is she's actually singing it about herself. And I think that Ariana did a really good job in the opening scene, like, with her, like, minor facial expressions of, like, showing that she's not, like, that she still cares about her friend. And that was something that you miss in the musical because it's not, like you don't see close-ups of their face and stuff.
Yeah, like, it makes sense why this had to be, like, 3 hours.
Well, that's the thing is, like, I was a big hater of this movie specifically because I don't think any movie should be 3 hours, let alone each part be 3 hours. So I was like, there has to be something missing here. But when I was watching it, it flew by. It didn't feel like 3 hours long. And they didn't add anything that wasn't in the original play. So I'm just like, I don't know how it ended up being 3 hours, but I just think,
I feel like they just developed the story more, you know?
Yeah.
Like, made it
but
a
there
little
were
bit
no,
more
like,
digestible.
extra scenes or, like, things that were just in the movie. It was all pretty much play by play, like, of the musical. So I think they did a really good job. I will be at the second part.
Oh, definitely.
I know. And the second part is where it gets good. So I'm just excited for that. And this just, like, kind of, like, laid the scene. And I also really like how, I don't know if you noticed this, but in there's certain scenes where, like, each character kind of has, like, a moment where their, like, future is foreshadowed in a way. Like, if you see, like, Ariana standing, like, by a window, like, in front of a window, and it's behind her is, like, a circular window that kind of looks like a bubble. So I'm like, just, like, little details like that is really cool.
There was a lot of good foreshadowing in part 1, I feel like.
Dancing Through Life was so good. That's Fiera's song. Dancing Through Life.
I don't know if I was a big fan of that
so good. And he was going around upside down on the thing on the bookshelf.
I did not like that part.
Really?
Actually. Yeah. I was like, fucking wrap it up, Fiera. Like, this is not about
That's
you.
His moment. It actually is about him.
Yeah, but, like,
because also
for the girls, like, we don't need.
Yeah, but at the same time, which is crazy because underneath everything about Wicked, it's really about two friends who get into a fight over a boy. It always comes back to that, where it's like all this crazy shit is happening, but at the end of the day, they just both like the same boy.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
That actually is crazy. Such a classic tale.
Such a classic tale.
Tale of old time.
Do you know what I didn't like? Which I don't understand why this happened, but, like, the ruby slippers being silver.
Okay, well, apparently in the original Wizard of Oz, like, the book,
yes,
they are silver.
Yes, and I heard that since the original Wizard of Oz movie is produced by, like, this movie company, like a special movie company that doesn't, like, really make other movies.
Okay.
So they own all the rights to, obviously, the movie version of the Wizard of Oz. And, like, you know how, like, over, like, there's so many years that pass for things to come in public domain where it's not copyright anymore, and that time hasn't passed. So I think that the ruby red slippers, since it wasn't because the book is public domain, so they can copy anything they can take anything from the book, but not the movie.
Right.
So making the slippers silver from the book instead of copying the red from the movie. And, like, that they just made the shoes red in the movie because it was, like, the first movie in color and they wanted it to, like, pop. But when I think of like the slippers, they're ruby red slippers.
Yeah.
So I wasn't expecting that, but whatever. I also think it's just crazy that like I'm like, Dorothy, just give back the fucking slippers. Like, again, this all would have been avoided if you just gave back the slippers. They're not even yours to begin with. Like,
so fucking true.
Glenda
fucking puts them on her feet.
I know. It's just like they're not yours to give away. Like that's her dead sister's shoes. It's evil.
That fucking Dorothy's house fell.
I wonder who they're gonna cast as Dorothy in the movie.
Oh, in part 2.
Yeah, I feel like that's like a huge role that no one's gonna know, but it's gonna be someone like big. I just have a feeling.
Oh my god, that's gonna be crazy.
I know.
Maybe it'll be Olivia Rodrigo.
That would be crazy. But like I'm pretty sure Dorothy like in the original is like supposed to be like 12. Which is kind of crazy because like doesn't she have like that's the thing is the Scarecrow is because it's like Dorothy's obviously flirting with the Scarecrow the whole fucking time. Right?
Yeah.
And she's supposed to be 12 years old. Yeah, and then also it's gross. Like I don't understand how the Scarecrow goes to like helping Dorothy when he's actually in love with Elphaba and Glinda. So it's like how, right, but like how sorry for the spoiler, but like I just don't understand how that happened unless I'm missing something.
Fucking hoe.
Right. But like is he a double agent?
Well, maybe he realized he can't be with either of them.
No, but he is with Elphaba.
Even post Dorothy?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because after all
right. Just
it's but he does end up
with Alfie.
So I'm just a little confused about that, but maybe we'll get more. Maybe I'm forgetting like something because it doesn't make sense.
I don't fucking know. I don't even remember the last time I watched The Wizard of Oz. Like obviously I know the story, but the details a little fuzzy.
I love The Wizard of Oz.
Whoa. The last thing I was gonna say is like obviously the defying gravity is like such a big deal. Everyone loves it. But I feel like low key Ariana doing her fucking notes and no one mourns the wicked.
Like the opera notes?
Yeah, like that is literally fucking
It's insane.
And no one even cares about it. Nobody's like, I think maybe everyone just knows they can't do it. So it's like, we're not even gonna like touch it.
No.
Where like defying gravity, I guess people like
no, her notes
they're like it's more attainable. But I'm like, Ariana's fucking belting in that song. Yeah. Like it's nothing. Like it is
and it's live.
Insane. I know.
It's crazy.
Like that is just crazy.
What's your favorite song from Wicked?
Well, can I say my top 3?
Sure.
Okay, my top 3 are.
But in order or just...
No, not in order.
Okay.
Just all 3 equal. Popular. And probably No One Mourns the Wicked. I'll just take Defying Gravity out of there. Because I only like the one part. I don't really care about the rest of the song, honestly.
What?
Yeah, I only care about the like no wizard is blah blah. Yeah, that part and yeah, that whole little part. So if you care to find me, blah blah, and then that belting.
Our
light died. That is the only part of the song I like. So I guess my top 2 are just popular and No One Mourns the Wicked.
Did you just scratch the number 3 spot?
Yeah, because it was gonna be Defying Gravity, but then I'm like, all right, I don't give a fuck.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
My favorite song is For Good.
How does it go again?
I haven't changed for good.
When do they sing it?
At the end.
Oh.
When they part ways. Oh. You'll have to wait for part 2. But that's my favorite.
Oh,
song.
It's in part 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember like
what's in the second half.
Like I kind of do, but not like the song specifically of it.
Oh.
Yeah, I gotta wait till part 2 comes out to be refreshed.
Yeah. Well, people will know. And that's an emotional song. I've been doing a lot of singing on this pod though, which is like really bad for me.
Wait.
Don't clip this part.
Speaking of singing, well, excuse me. Speaking of singing, we went to a watch party of the Last Eras tour.
Oh my God.
And before we even do like a little recap of that, me and Hannah did karaoke, okay? And like I took a little video for like a little TikTok.
Wait, did you even watch it back?
Yeah, okay. So we come home, Hannah watches the video. She's like, I don't know if I'm just delusional, but I think we sound really good. I fucking listen to this. I'm like, this girl is insane. Like,
I said I might be delusional.
Through the fucking roof.
I did say, I warned you. I said I might be delusional, but I think we might sound pretty good.
I was like, we do not fucking sound good.
I have to listen to like the full clip because I only saw like. Is that all you had?
I sent you both videos.
Yeah, but it was like a second.
No.
Yeah.
It was 1 second long.
Yes.
No, they were both like 5 or 7 seconds, I think.
No.
Because I fucking listened to that and I was like,
okay, I put it. It was 3 a.m. I was like, I could definitely.
Like, I don't think we were the worst people, but I definitely don't think it was like good.
You don't think it was good?
No. Oh my god.
No, but I don't have the full thing. Like,
sorry, we're rewatching.
I was just that, and then I have no storage.
Like, no.
Yeah, we do not sound that good. But I thought in the
made me laugh.
But in the moment, like, you couldn't hear yourself sing, so I was like, I'm killing it right now. And then also, like, that's when we were getting our photos taken by like the staff. Like,
there was a photographer.
like making content for the watch party. Yeah. And he was like all up in our faces while we were singing.
Yeah.
And I was like, we must be killing it.
It was like our own little paparazzi moment.
Yeah. Wait, I want people to comment down below because our Taylor Swift song of choice for karaoke was Death by a Thousand Cuts, which I think was a crowd favorite, to be honest.
It was a good pick.
And I want people to comment down below what your Taylor Swift karaoke song would be.
What was the song that someone sang that we were like, why would you pick this? Because it was like hard. Was it Tolerate It?
Tolerate It. Yeah, amazing song, but that girl was not on rhythm. Like, she just couldn't get it together. Like,
and also it's like you can try to like, oh Klaus. God, Klaus. Sorry, guys. Klaus is going a little crazy. His fucking shit stinks.
Wait, tell them what we did with the karaoke.
Okay, guys. As you guys know, don't like fucking waiting in line.
We don't wait in any line ever. Like, no. It just doesn't happen.
I gotta like turn this fan on. Sorry, it smells like fucking shit. Okay, yeah. So basically,
so bad.
Basically, the story goes like this. At around like 9, I think they were like, okay, we're gonna open up karaoke. Like, it's all through apps, so you have to like scan in or whatever, like scan the QR code and then
there was online. like a screen, and on the little corner of it was a QR code that leads to like you being able to add your name to a list of people. Yeah, a queue of people waiting to do karaoke.
Sorry for that distraction. If you're listening, I just lit a candle, so yeah. Okay, anyway. So we like waited like 30 minutes after karaoke to put ourselves in the queue because we were trying to figure out the song.
I was eating and
true. We were at the bar.
We were finishing our drinks, so.
Oh, after this, I'll tell the fucking bar story.
Okay.
But so we're at the bottom of the fucking queue, and like
60 people ahead of us. So we were like, no. Like, this never.
Well, because
work.
Also we wanted to go before the concert started because obviously karaoke was going to be over.
Yeah.
So we're like watching along the karaoke thing, and then at the top of the screen, I see like whoever's supposed to go next, and then I see it changes, and I'm like, Hannah, open your fucking phone right now.
It's just so smart. We were like, that's weird.
So we go on the phone, and then I see on the side that it has the little. Actually, this is from fucking Apple Music. When you want to move a song up in the queue, it has the 3 little lines next to it that you like tap and drag. So I see that, and I'm like, oh, wait a second. And I just fucking drag my finger up on it.
Top.
We fucking skipped everyone, put our names right to the top so we could go next because we were like, we cannot fucking wait for all these people to sing. Like, we need to go now. So
it was a battle. It was a battle.
Oh yeah, the people were trying to
kept
battle
showing ahead of us, and then Jess was there every second, putting us above them. Until literally the second we went on stage, we were like, "Whoop."
Okay.
And then we got to go.
But then we were both like, okay, after we sing, we gotta get the fuck
We gotta go
out
because
here.
people are gonna know, like, people know what song we are, and it says our names. So we were like, okay, we have to sing and then get the fuck out because people are gonna be pissed.
Yeah.
And everything worked out, so.
Of course. But yeah, so good. We didn't have to fucking wait in line for that.
And our karaoke was a hit, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was so fun. But then also, like, they had like a little Swiftie like background picture area
with a ring light.
Yeah, that was really cool. They had like friendship bracelet making, but we didn't.
And our picture came out so good.
Yeah, our pictures were really cute. We didn't do the friendship bracelet making.
I know, it's just like when I have a drink and I'm like, I can't be stringing beads on like a little thing with like a bunch of people surrounding me. Like, it gave me so much anxiety because you have to like get the little like clear string and put the little. It's
a lot.
Yeah. But I got my first friendship bracelet.
Yeah.
Isn't it so cute? And that actually made me want to cry because, like, obviously, if you, like, have been following us, you know, like, we're kind of new Swifties. Like, I really love Taylor. Like, I don't know, were you a fan of her when you were younger?
Kind of.
Like, I was a big fan when I was, like, you know, 10, 11, whatever. So it's a bit, like, of a nostalgic factor. But then recently we came around to it again. So, like, we're relatively new to the Swiftie community. And we obviously didn't go to the Eras tour, so I've never gotten a friendship bracelet before, and I didn't have any to give. But then, like, this girl was just passing them out, and was like, "Do you want a friendship bracelet?" I was like,
"But I have a question. Was this like? Has she always been doing friendship bracelets at her concerts, or is this just an Eras tour thing?
I could be wrong. Don't come for me, but I think it was just
because I've been to a Taylor concert before, but I didn't see any like friendship bracelets.
Yeah, no, I think it just started with the Eras tour.
Okay, that makes sense.
But it made me feel really good. Got my first one.
Yeah, it was like
just in time for it to be over.
Yeah. Okay, but let me tell this story about this fucking girl at the bar. Guys, she was getting my blood fucking boiling. Okay, so keep in mind this bar that we're in is like 5 stories high. Okay, so every level is like for the Swiftie like watch party thing. So me and Hannah go up to the bar. There's
on the top floor. Like the highest you can go.
There's like, let's say 7 empty chairs in a row at the bar. So I'm like, okay, perfect. So this girl's like, she's also walking up, but it's her and her one other friend.
But I think it's really an important detail to note that they were both wearing sashes and tiaras. And like, obviously it's a Taylor Swift party, like we get it. But like, there's only a certain type of person that wears a tiara and a sash.
True.
So you just immediately know what you're gonna deal with. But.
So I'm like, okay, there's just 2 of them. There's just 2 of us. There's fucking 7 chairs open. No problemo. So I go to sit. I'm like waiting for Hannah to come sit. This girl is putting like every piece of like everything that she owns on the chairs next to us.
Putting everything on 7 different chairs.
She's like Mary Poppins. Like just pulling things out of her literal ass.
It's funny because she's putting one on here, so we move to the next seat, and then she puts something on there, so we move down, and it's like it does never end.
Yeah, she was like doing it as we were about to
sit
I was
down. Pulling out a chair to put something on it. I was like,
So I literally just give her a look. I'm like,
people never came either.
Right. I give this girl a look, like, what the fuck are you doing?
But then, like, listen, guys. When I see this look in Jess's eyes, like, I've seen it before. I know where it leads. Like, we're at a Swiftie party, so it's not really something, like, you can be in, like, an altercation with. Like, you know, like, Swifties are super nice. It's all about friendship and good vibes. And I'm like, we cannot get into a fight at a bar. But when I see the look in her eyes, I know where it's heading. So.
But I feel like that is not Swiftie behavior to do that.
I think she was really drunk already, and I just saw like something bad happening, so I just had to be like, it's okay.
So yeah, she's fucking doing that. I give this girl a fucking look, like literally, like, what the fuck are you doing?
A death stare, like I'm going to kill you and your whole family, and I'm like, oh my god.
So then I'm like, she's putting something down on the chair, and I'm like, are you gonna use this chair? And then I don't even think she said anything.
I don't think she wasn't even coherent at that point.
But then her friend was like, oh, like, whatever. But then the bartender also just saw that whole thing happen, and he was like, yo, like, what are you doing to the girl? And she was like, oh, like, our friends are just doing karaoke, but, like, they're coming. So is this fine? And he's like, well, I don't really know if you can, like, take up all these chairs. And we're just standing there, and I'm like, what the fuck, girl? But then the bartender got us another chair, so it was fine. But I'm like, you can't just do that. Like, you can't save fucking 6 chairs all next to each other.
Also never came. That's the thing, is like, you're taking up 7 bar seats. Yeah. Like, as someone who works at restaurants, like, that's like a dick move. You can't take up 7 bar seats that no one's sitting at.
Right.
And taking customers away from the bartender. And then they never even came, and then they left.
And did they even order anything? I think they literally sat down. Like, maybe they, got.
I don't know.
But they were sitting for like 5 minutes, and then they got all their stuff and left. And I was like, all of that just to fucking leave and not do anything? I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. That made me really mad.
Yeah, I was like, I have to defuse this situation. But ended up being disrespectful. And it turns out that girl did karaoke after. And she thought she was in, like...
Well, then you were getting annoyed.
Well, yeah, because it's like, you can't be, like, showing off during karaoke. It's supposed to be fun. Like, little la-di-da. It's not supposed to be like, everybody look at me like I'm singing like fucking Mariah Carey right now. Yeah. It's like annoying.
Hannah was like, I feel like you shouldn't be allowed to do karaoke if you're gonna sing good like her.
Seriously. And I was like, fair. That's what I want to say with my chest this week. If I'm like a little ahead of it, but you can't sing karaoke if you're actually a good singer. Like, just fucking go do something else.
Just go be on Broadway.
Right, like, just go do that then. Like, you don't need to be here with the rest of us. And then it's like, all right, I'm not going after you. I sound like a cat. Like, I can't do that.
Yeah, so we were like, sorry.
Klaus just jumped in the air so far.
Yeah, what? That was pretty crazy.
Since when does he do that?
First time. Anyway.
But overall...
It was very fun.
It was fun. Jess was getting kind of emotional.
Yeah.
She was crying a little.
I get so emotional, like, about concerts. Like, whenever I go to a concert and the person first comes out, like, I want to cry every time, no matter who it is. I don't know why. It's just, like, so emotional.
Yeah. And I just think that everyone, like, the 5 stories of this bar, like, being filled with people who all, like, love Taylor Swift and, like, singing along together, who, like, know every word to these, like, not her, like, number 1 hits. I'm like, this is so, like, cute right now. Yeah. It's also, like, a Sunday night. Like, it's not like everyone's out already. Like,
right.
We all chose to be here. It's the last Eras Tour concert. This has been going on since we were literally in college.
I know. It's so crazy.
So the fact that it's over and we got to watch it, like, on the live stream with a bunch of people who also just, like, love her. It was, like, really cool.
Yeah, it was nice. And I think, like, it's also just the, like, community of when you're, like, in a concert, for some reason, makes me, like, really emotional. Like, it's all people that, like, all love the same thing all together in one place. Just, like, fucking emotional. Yeah. I don't know.
That's another thing, too, is that we don't do standing a lot. Yeah. So we just decided to sit at this, like, random table that other people, like, they weren't there at the moment, so we just decided to sit at it. And then, like, the thing about Swifties is, like, you can't really fight with anyone.
Yeah, I guess you can.
You can't fight with anyone at a Taylor Swift event. So I was like, is that hot?
No, it's not.
Okay. Yeah, you can't fight with anyone at a Taylor Swift event. So they were like, you know, the more the merrier at our table, like, sit with us, whatever. They were kind of fucking nuts. They were out of their mind.
Yeah, they were insane. Yeah, but like in a good, fun way.
Yeah, in a fun way. Like, this girl had, like, a cloak, and she was just, like, being a little crazy. But yeah, really nice people that we got to just meet and spend time with. And yeah,
it was a very cool experience, I would say.
10 out of 10 recommend.
Yeah, except it will never happen again.
Right, but they're having, like, another event for, like, Taylor's
I think it's gonna
birthday. And
I think it's gonna be, like, one of those, like, Taylor parties, you know?
No.
You know, like, our friend went to one of those, like, senior year of college. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's, like, the parties where they only play Taylor Swift.
Oh, well, yeah. That's what I assumed.
Yeah.
I'm like, we listened to every song she had already.
Like, I know. But yeah, it was very, very fun. And you can see a little vlog of it on our TikTok.
Yeah.
If you really want to.
And it's the closest we'll get to the Eras tour, so.
Facts. So it was fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we're going to move into our topic of the week, which is
finals week
in grad school. Sorry, I have to get Klaus because he's like licking something on the counter and I don't know what it is. And I'm just very paranoid about him like doing stuff. Even though he already
I was going to say he already licked it, so.
But still. Anyway. Okay. Finals week in grad school. So I guess we can just give some of our tips and how we're kind of like surviving this week. We're both done like on Friday. So yeah, that's what we're going to talk about.
But well, I actually did finish all my finals, so I can.
Well, like officially done.
Well, yeah, but I'm done with all my classes and I submitted all my finals, so I can give a little bit of the perspective of now that I'm done with it.
Mm-hmm. What do you think is like the biggest thing that got you through like this final push of the semester?
Finals like brings about such a camaraderie with the people that you are taking your finals with. And I feel like hearing everyone, like it's so cliche, but I just feel like hearing everyone struggling makes me feel a lot better. Like if I was like, oh my God, this is taking like years off of my life, and everyone was like, oh, it's so easy, I finished that 3 weeks ago, I'd have been like, oh my God. But hearing everyone being like, no, this is so bad, like, but like, is it that bad? Like, we don't know, like, who knows? But like, you have to complain with people, and I feel like that's what makes finals like actually a really good experience, is because everyone's miserable and everyone's like, I mean, did you see this email? And like, how did you like look at this rubric? And like, you're all there to help each other. Mm-hmm. So that really gets me through of like just the joint pain of doing finals, especially like just my program is like, my finals were 3 12-page papers. Mm-hmm. So it's just a long grind of writing them. Like, so it's not like we're studying for tests or anything.
Yeah.
So it's just our finals happen way before finals week ever does. It's just like due on finals week. Mm-hmm. But just the joint, like, holy shit, how are we going to get through this? And then doing it is such a good feeling.
Yeah, that makes sense. I feel like for me, I kind of just like, I don't even know. Like, I just give myself time where I'm like, okay, if I do this much, then like I can take a break and like do whatever. But I kind of like tell myself by like, okay, this day, like you need to have this and this done. And then like this day, have this done. So it kind of like breaks it up during the week, because we've talked about this before, but like I can't like mix assignments. Like I have to like finish one before I can move on to the next. Yeah.
I agree.
So I'm like, okay, like, and because like last weekend we kind of had a busy weekend, so I was like, before like this weekend starts, I need to like finish this and like study this much for this test before I can like just relax and enjoy my weekend. And still doing the same thing for like the last couple of things I have to do this week. It's been really helpful because like 2 of my classes are online, so it's made it a little bit easier to like balance with work and stuff. But yeah, I don't know, finals is like always a grind. It always has been like, but it always ends.
That's the thing that I always have to like remind myself is that we've been through finals week so many times now, and it always ends. So I know I'm gonna get to the other side of it. It just sucks for that week.
Yeah, well, this is like the first time where I've only been stressed out, or I wouldn't even say I'm like stressed out, but just like anxious to get everything done, or like overwhelmed to get everything done, I guess, which I guess is stress, but whatever. Like only for this week. Like usually I'm fucking stressing about my finals like so many weeks in advance. Yeah, because I feel like it's so weird, but in undergrad, like I feel like my coursework was like so much fucking harder than it is now, which is like, I don't know if it's just like I learned how to manage school better or like what it is, but now I feel like I'm able to be like, okay, like you did really well this whole semester, so like you're gonna do good on your finals, like don't worry, take a fucking chill pill, get the finals done, and you'll be okay. But usually finals week is like fucking hell. At least in undergrad it was. Last year it was
not.
But
like I have like the opposite is where my finals week in undergrad was like non-existent, and now I mean, it's still non-existent. Like, I don't have a specific finals week. It's like, oh, I knew about these assignments all year long.
Yeah.
So if I wanted to do it in like when it started, then I could have done that.
Yeah.
But it's just the length of mine, and that is so hard because it takes days to write one single report.
Yeah.
Which is just annoying. But it gets done. Like, I'd rather have, I don't know about you, I'd rather have like a long assignment that's like not that hard than like a short assignment that like I have to really fucking like
zone in
and think about it. And it's like really hard.
Yeah, I think I don't know. It's hard for me to like conceptualize that because my like stuff isn't really like that. Like
I just rather write my paper any day, like even though I hate it, than like have to study for a test that I don't like know what is actually going to be on it when I get there. Like I could do all the studying in the world if I didn't study that one question, I'm never going to know it.
Yeah. That's true.
So like I have all the answers available to me when I'm writing the paper. It's like the digging through information and finding it, but I'm not going to be shocked
what's on your test.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true. But it's so crazy because I had one in-person final this semester, and then last semester I had another in-person final. But those two finals, they were both the exact same questions from the practice exam, which like that has never happened to me before. I literally open it and I'm like, I've fucking answered all of these before and I know the answers. Like this is crazy.
That's the best when that happens though.
Yeah. So like the professor that was in charge of my class that happened for this semester, she didn't teach it like a PhD student was teaching it, but she was the same professor that taught my class last semester that she did that too. So I was like, I wonder if it will be the same. And it was.
Yeah.
And I was like,
they always do it the same. If
now I can just fucking answer. Now I can just memorize the questions and I don't have to actually
That's why
study.
People always say though, like it's not like when you're signing up for classes, like it's not about the course, it's about who's teaching it.
Yeah. So true. But that was a very nice, pleasant surprise because it obviously made my studying so much easier. Yeah. Like I just memorized all the fucking questions.
I'm trying to think of like tips and tricks. Of like quick tips and tricks for finals week would be like,
I feel like Quizlet is so helpful.
Yeah, if that's the type of stuff that you are like need to know, like studying wise, Quizlet has always helped me so much and just like memorization.
Yeah.
I'm a big like I'm also a big like you need to write your own flashcards and make your own Quizlets. Like it does not help you if you just take a Quizlet that's already made because you writing it the first time is like half your studying. Yeah, because you remember more than when you write it.
I've always been like a write it out person.
Yeah, like, because even like in grad school when I had one class that we had in-person tests. And we would all take turns making the Quizlet and just sending it to everyone. But I always made the Quizlet because I'm like, that's what helps me.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like definitely writing it out is like so helpful, whatever you're like studying for. I'm trying to think other like.
Well, for like my papers, I reached out to my professors like about 2 weeks before they were due. Or a week and a half maybe before they were due, like with my drafts or like whatever I had completed at the time, and was like, would you be willing to look this over for me and provide some feedback? And like they all said yes. So if that's something that you like, even if the worst thing they do is say no, like I can't do that, like that's fine, but it does help to have some type of like draft or something, like even just if it's one page to get some feedback. Then you like it kind of like helped me build confidence of like, oh, I was on the right track and now I know what I'm doing, or this is just something that I need to fix. So I think that is a good thing to do if you're able to is just ask your professors for feedback when you can.
Always ask for help.
Yeah. And like they want to. Like
yeah, they like fucking love that shit.
Also, I think they tend to grade you easier when they know that you're putting in the effort and like wanting to connect with them and like have feedback to get better. Like even if sometimes I do that and I don't even apply the feedback.
Yeah.
And I think there's something in their head that's just like, oh, she gave a lot of effort and she really cares. So I'm just going to give her a good grade.
Basically, just fucking kiss your professor's ass.
Yeah, seriously.
You'll get a good grade.
Seriously.
Yeah, I can't really like think of any like actual like tips, which is kind of bad, but I don't know. I feel like there's so many like just resources now for studying. You know what I mean? I guess like you can make a study guide.
I know, and we're not really like we're not coffee shop people.
Yeah.
Like that would be a normal tip is like if you enjoy getting out of your like house or apartment and going into a public space to get more work done, then if that works for you, then great. We're not really like that. I need to like sit in my room and get everything done. Yeah. So I mean, I'm a big people watcher, so when I'm in a coffee shop, I'm like, what is that person doing? What is that person doing?
We're like, no, if any of you like came into our apartment this week, like you would literally just come in, all lights off, like doors are closed because we were so locked in.
Yeah, I was like, locked in.
This past like weekend.
I'm also a grinder. Yesterday. I'm not really like do it in little chunks type of person. Like I have 2 or 3 days where I'm just writing nonstop for hours. Yeah. Take a dinner break and go back to it. Like that's how I can get it done because I'd rather do a lot of work for a little day than every day for a little time.
Yes. No, I completely agree with that. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's kind of it.
Yeah,
for tips and tricks.
Compare with your classmates if you can. I think like my friends have been like my biggest resource of like, can I just see how you like phrase this and like what did you think about this question, and like we're helping each other. Like it's kind of like I'll give you this, you give me that. Yeah. So if you're able to do that, I think that's a really great resource. Also, if everyone's like we have like a group of people and we all have like kind of similar stuff, we're not all gonna fail. So if it's all similar, then she can't fail us all.
That's funny. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I guess
stay caffeinated. Yeah. Stay awake.
And just remember it will end eventually.
Yeah.
You'll get through it.
Keep up with the self-care, even though it's hard. But like it's harder to get work done when you're not feeling great.
So true.
Take a cold shower and just feel refreshed.
Yeah, and reward yourself after. Like I'm definitely gonna do some big self-care things next week. Once I'm done, just to reward myself, relax a little bit. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like we always say this, but it's just like making sure you're okay while you're like doing the hard things in life, because you will get through it eventually.
Also, people are more flexible than you think. Like everyone, like your professors are human beings, and if you are like dealing with something or not feeling well, like you need to just let someone know. Like I feel like for so long, like I just went through like suffering. Like I would have finals week where I was deathly ill and like just submitting like garbage. And now I could just be like, listen, I do not feel good and I need about 3 more days to complete this assignment, and it's always a yes. I mean, my professors do it back to us. Like, do you know what I mean? They're like, I'm canceling class today because I have to take my cat to the vet and I won't be able to get grades in until next weekend. And it's like, okay, if they can do that, then why can't I? And I feel like it goes both ways in grad school, where it's like we see each other more as just like human beings with a lot on our plates. And
yeah, I feel like definitely in grad school, because also I feel like they have a little bit more flexibility maybe with like the teacher's schedule or something, since like the class sizes aren't as big in undergrad, where I feel like obviously if you're in like a 200 person lecture, it's like they can't really give a lot of leeway because it's like, well, I have to grade 200 fucking tests, so definitely. I can't really give you that leeway. But in grad school, definitely I could see that, like them being more open to whatever. pushing back a deadline or something.
Right.
But yeah, hopefully you're all surviving your finals this week, next week. Yeah, that's it, because you probably don't have finals during Christmas, but if you do, that sucks.
And then afterwards, you get to enjoy a nice break.
Yeah.
And reset before the next semester.
Yeah. And guys, next semester is my last semester of school.
Crazy.
So that's going to be fucking amazing. And then I'll graduate and be done with school forever. Thank fucking God.
It's crazy.
Can't wait for it to be done. Okay, that's the end of this episode. Guys, we posted a gift guide, so
yeah, if you're wondering about what to ask people for Christmas, like when people ask you what do you want for Christmas and you're always like, I don't know, you can check out our gift guide. I'd be happy to provide like where everything is from if you are curious about something. Just DM us and I will let you know where that specific item is from. Or if you're looking for something to buy your girlfriend, because sometimes we have male listeners, your sister, your girlfriend, your mom, check out our Instagram at Say It With Your Chest podcast, and you'll find some cool gifts over there. Yeah. And yeah.
That's the end of this episode.
Make sure to check out all of our social medias. We've been really working on our TikTok game. I think it's been really good. Yes. So at With Your Chest on TikTok, make sure to check it out. And if you'd like to watch the video version of this, if you're listening, you can go over to YouTube at With Your Chest and see our lovely faces.
Yes, and make sure you ask us a question. We'll do more viewer questions next week.
Yep.
And all right. Love you guys.
Bye.